we have a nice brand new slab here. This place looks pretty clean. We'll see how much I say that after I start working on it. Check parallel over, make sure that the numbers match up. But this is around a 1,200 square foot build with some patio space in the back. This is an ADU, an accessory dwelling unit. We're gonna be doing the framing on it, setting the windows as well. Our whole lumber package is here. I love working with this specific lumberyard because they spread everything out equally as opposed to just dropping in a big bundle. This looks awesome. We're gonna have a good day. It's warming up today, so I've got on my little neck sleeve to where I don't burn. We're gonna throw on the GoPro, show you guys what this process looks like from start to finish. If you guys have any questions about framing whatsoever throughout the process, drop them in the comments and we'll get back to you. But with that said, welcome to a brand new build.
Let's just go through and pull, let's go over and see if we're 13.
Sounds good.
All right.
Spot on.
Yeah. Okay, this one's gonna run. That's the nicest thing. And it was the mom. Been with this guy for 18 years. His wife comes home. Me to do. Where are you going? Are we doing plumbing now?
I don't know, where did our floor plan go?
Well, now we know what the outside looks like.
There we go.
Let's snap this all the way through.
Get our control line.
And yeah, we'll see what that looks like.
Go. I don't know that we can get all the way through with this in the way, but we can go 10 inches. You think that'll clear?
Yes.
Okay.
That box.
Popping.
Pop it twice.
Nice and dark.
Should be 2 5.5. What do you got on your side?
2'5" and 7/16. Gotcha.
5.5. Let's snap it with yours.
What happened to mine not being good enough?
No, not everybody's opinion matters.
No.
That's why it's called an opinion.
Oh, what does that have to do with anything?
No idea.
So now that that's done, we'll do this and then work this way. I'm showing like an 1/8 this way here at the corner, but
I think that's pretty good.
I'm gonna pop it then, okay? That's me. Good?
That lines up pretty good, huh?
Yeah. We know that this is good. You paralleled from here to here.
Yep.
So we can snap that.
Put me on 5.5. I'm gonna pull 28 foot 5.5.
Okay.
Over here on this.
That's you over there? Yep. That looks pretty dang good. I'm gonna pop. If we pull off of this back section, we can get the 28 foot 5.5.
Should be 14 foot.
14 foot 5 3/8. Okay.
You pull back, does that give you 5 FA?
Gives me 5 3. Yeah, we're
Okay,
good.
so hold it this way, just a fuzz.
Okay. Popping. I am gonna re-pop it outside.
Find me 5.5.
Popping.
Soon?
Nope, this side's good, the other side's not. That's okay.
Larry! Okay, pull 5.5 this side of the box.
Yep.
Dip right here. Concrete is good.
Like incredibly good.
Yeah, no, that's,
I don't get it.
you guys did awesome job.
Everything is 2x6 as well, which is cool. Nice rigid walls. Everything will be sturdy.
Okay.
Good people. Hydration is huge. Many years ago, we built a winery out in the middle of nowhere prior to YouTube and everything. It was like 30 degrees hotter than it is right now. It was like 110. I passed out from heat exhaustion. I stuck a nail through my finger. I was demoing something on a wall.
It's gonna be hot
nail came down, stuck me in the finger. I don't do good with injury. That paired with 110-degree weather, I passed out from heat exhaustion and slept for a while.
That's open, that's their cabinet, that's the closet. We got a little closet here.
Can we somehow get this number here? Because then we could just pop that line over. That's end of wall somewhere in here. Hook it over at 11 and back.
Yep.
Gotcha. 11, hook it over it.
Go over here.
Right there.
Me. That's me.
End of wall. That's me.
That's me.
Popping twice. Should give me a pop here. That one's that right there.
210.
Yep. He has 2868s on this one and this one too. All three of these doors are the same.
They're all 2.8.
2868. I don't know why, but they are.
Oh yeah. 2868.
This is a 5068 bifold. Good there?
Optical illusion.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Okay.
I'll probably pick up a can of clear and just clear this stuff just for the hell of it.
Yeah, we need to.
Because if we're planning on building walls and not doing anything until then.
5068.
5068, correct.
This wipes off super easy.
Yeah.
Like I wiped that and it just came off.
I'll probably grab one on break or something. Home Depot's just down the road.
I think we do one before we plate.
That way we keep everything good. I'll just grab a couple vert cans and we'll just... Nice freshie though. This place is amazing. I don't think we've ever had anything. I mean, I get that it's small, but I don't think we've ever had a slab that is this good at all. That's our back wall. We'll pull an over to the front, parallel over to here. This one snaps through, parallel over to there. What we're doing is creating a nice solid box. 20 foot over.
That's me right there.
Pull that back side. See what this looks like.
Yeah, I think we go with that guy there. Let's do a control. Want to do a control off of here? Project this out.
Get this through and then parallel off of it to snap back.
This out, but that'll give us
I'm cool with that.
Go to work or go to school.
That's that one. That crow's foot right in the back corner. This looks like it's out.
Yeah, but the stem is
A little bit bigger.
it's a little bit bigger. It's
Yep.
bigger on the front too. That's good.
Okay. Pop in there then. Will you put me on 5.5 right there?
That was parallel.
That was parallel off of our control.
That's me.
Popping.
Yeah, that'll be nice. All the drywall will die.
Yep. That's it. She snapped.
You got parallel up here.
That one's done across the face.
All right, let's come back next week.
That's pulled up.
Why so soon?
I am gonna go grab clear paint though.
Well, I am gonna go look at Marketplace then.
As we turn around, I saw the sights coming down.
A lot of this looked good when we snapped it, but wind blows. You can see it comes off real quick. You can see everything that I've already done sort of looks wet. It'll stay that way throughout the process. From here you can see it really good, all the dark lines, everything's hit. This will never go away. So even after the house is built, you'll still be able to see everything. It's a good thing and a bad thing. If we have polished concrete floors, like if they were to go through and polish everything, you wouldn't want to do what I'm doing here. You can see that Larry ground this stuff down pretty good. Gives us a much better foundation to build off of. One of the most common things we're seeing these days is owners ordering their own material, because being quite honest with you, as a framing company, it makes a lot of sense for us to order material because we get to charge 15 to 20% on top of it. If we have a $20,000 package here, we get $4,000 on top to deal with, well, multiple things. Deal with delivery, deal with ordering and takeoff. But then also in the case that we forget to order that unit of studs, that falls on us and that 4,000 pads it. Now, the issue with owners ordering their own stuff is all this stuff here got ordered. They switched from 8-foot walls to 9-foot walls last minute. So all of our studs are 104 1/4, which they should be, but all of our structural members, our posts for all of our hold down connections, our 4x6 for all of our king studs, everything like that, it is still 96. All of our sheets for the walls are 96. So this unit has to get picked up, that unit has to get picked up and swapped out. Other than that, they did a great job and the stuff looks awesome. Pretty stoked on it. What a fun little house. We'll be plated and detailed tomorrow afternoon complete. Start getting some walls up. We're trying a couple things different here. You may have heard us talking about it a little bit earlier, but what we're gonna try to do, we're not gonna try, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do the whole exterior of the building, then do all the interiors afterwards once we're completely wrapped up with the shell. A buddy of mine, Tim Mueller, does that. Oftentimes his roof just bears one side to the other and a ridge beam up at the top. This one's a little bit different, but I think we could still pull it off. So we're gonna do the perimeter of the building, then go through and play with the interiors. Normally what we would do is plate everything all at once. The issue with that is all the walls inside we would have to label and put off to the side. It's a mess bringing them back in. I think this is gonna go a lot better. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these afterwards. In the meantime, oh, looks cool. Whose is this? That's a little whacker. It's for marking out. I don't know if this is ours or not. Goes right up against the bolt right there. Tap right there. This side's for 2x4 walls. This side's for 2x6 walls. I love this hammer. It's a 22-ounce crescent. Normally not a fan of swinging a curved handle, but it's nice. All we're gonna do, bring this over, line up the top right there. Good to go. I prefer doing it this way as opposed to pulling numbers. When you know that side's good, you can just scribe and cut right where it needs to be. A little bit more accurate. Larry Hahn used to be big on not doing too much. Scribe when you can. So that's how we're gonna do it too. Plate looked trashed on the other side. Nope, that plate looked trashed. gonna cut that off.
We'll put that. Pretty quick. Yeah, Ben. I was there for.
Could I get one of you guys to lift this side of this plate up over here? That way it'll go all the way over.
Oh, this side.
Thank you.
Area is shot.
One of the most important parts about having nice, clean, straight walls that are nice and plumb on the outside is making sure top and bottom plate match up perfect. The second top plate that comes in 5.5 inches back here can be off a little bit because it's not actually tying much together other than this wall to this wall. Whereas the top and the bottom plate here make up the left and the right side of the wall. So if this is shorter or longer, it's either gonna be in or out, causes your walls to be out of plumb. So these are 10Ds, 2 3/8 by 1/4/8, barely enough to hold it in there. And that's all we're looking for. We're just looking to hold that plate in here long enough to lay out. We'll lay this whole thing out, and then simply pull this off. I could grab it with my fingertips here and take it off with ease. That's all we're looking to do. We'll go through and lay out everything, pull this plate, set it back there, frame up the wall, and we're good to go. Easiest way to do it. If you didn't have all the bolts going through here, what we've done in the past is taken this and just set it right on top. You'll see if we do a subfloor or something like that, we just stack this on here, turn them sideways, lay out along the top. But as you can see though, with all of our embeds, that's not possible. Double banded. That'll cut there. That'll cut there. We have a split on that end. We have a split on that end. I don't like that. Go all the way across there, all the way back here. These guys are little, we'll do those later. The back's done. He's about to finish up that side. In cases like this where it starts out here, but then runs back into the building, I'll put it on top, similar to this one here. This one here had to go up onto the side because the concrete wouldn't allow it to go back down. Plating can look a million different ways, stacked on top of each other, done like this, hanging off the side, a few different ways. This section through here is not going to get top plated because throughout this is a little vault 6 and 12 in the trusses itself. So what we're going to do is cut it here, stop it at the end out there, and leave this whole section essentially. Just build out this, build out that. We'll install trusses and then go through and build up the rake underneath it. With the idea of not doing any of the interiors, should work out pretty good. So whereas this one goes on the side, since this one goes back into the building over there, we want a top plate clear through. We're gonna put it on top. That one's done, that one's done. Plate this through. That'll go here, that'll go there. Grab a long plate for here. Oh, nice. Nice and straight. Good example on this house. We have every type of plating. Direct to the side, on top. This one's side by side. Looking real good. We'll drill those 3. I'll plate that backside, then we're just down to the garage. 160 puts us at a split, so our stud will be split down the middle of this. All these are good. We're down to this. You have that drill, Larry? I'll drill these guys out real quick. Oh, that's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Doesn't really matter. We have a shear here and there.
Oh, it doubles? So it's not a big deal either way.
I would run it through. Yeah, run it through. We're gonna put a 6x6 on it anyways.
Run through here?
Yep.
And it's just gonna double up, right? Well, this will act as champ.
That'll pull both.
I gotcha. Okay. That's me. Laying this up against here, marking out all the anchor bolts, and then we're pulling from this red line to the center of the bolt, and then pulling from here up. That way this plate flips, and all of our markings here are concealed. That gives us a nice clean plate to lay out on. It's like a surfboard, Larry. Stand this one up, Larry. Put it right up here. You're good. I'll get it. You're good.
Then we'll be plated out. All off this double plate layout.
Yeah, we'll be good. That piece should work for that one.
I ain't talking to you.
It's a little hot.
Chicks off. It's a duck. It's not a pig.
What happened, brother?
Look, look at that. Just take a look at that.
So just a little corn fusion.
I do. You know, the first thing I do when I get a ticket is I just walk out and I say, would you?
Would you just look at it? So this tool right here is from Bigfoot Tools. We've used this thing for a lot of years. Look at that, $39.99. We bought it years and years ago. In short, we've kind of explained this before, and we have another one right there. That one's broken, they said. I don't think so. I just don't think they know how to use it. So this tool works in a couple different ways. Depending on the walls that you've got, you will either use this side or use this side here. All you're gonna do is set your plate on the back side here. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you'll have an anchor bolt too close to the end and you can't do it, which we'll lay out like we just did the garage over there where we're marking each individual. But if you have the room, you can take the plate and put it from the red line and back this way. Make sure you're on the line perfect, go through. You can see it's labeled with all the different embed sizes. We're using 5/8 on everything. You set it up just like so, give it a tap, and what it's gonna do is shoot this pin down into the lumber. Leave yourself a nice little mark, and you go through and drill it all out. It's pretty non-invasive when it comes to marking up plate, which is nice. You don't end up with a ton of different marks on the plate. If you guys want to though, link in the bio for this thing. Owners were nice enough to set out some chairs for us, which is cool. This thing back in the dirt so we can stake it. We're gonna do all the things you want to do, Larry. You can get here at 6?
What you think?
I'm cool with whatever time, as long as you can get here. It's close for me. It's not close for you. So let's talk about brakes really quick, because the brake on the bottom plate and the top plate vary a little bit. The bottom plate, the only thing we really need to worry about is we have to, where we do have a brake, be within 12 inches of an anchor bolt like this here. So this and this works out perfect. When foundations get poured, typically they would have one here and one here. This is a doorway, but just giving you an example. If we had a brake here, they'd prep all of our plate brakes. So where you needed them, you would have an anchor bolt and an anchor bolt, like that section there. Now that's the only thing that matters when it comes to your bottom plate. It doesn't matter how you lay out, it doesn't matter where you brake, as long as you brake within 12 inches of anchor bolts. Now the top plate's a little bit different, right? Top plate's a little bit different though. We want to make sure that that brake's direct on a stud. So what we're going to do every time is pull and brake right on a 16 layout. Every single place you see is going to be done that way. Studs brake direct underneath it. You don't have to add a stud. When you have a 16 layout going all the way through and you have to throw in a random stud, it looks like you don't know what you're doing. On the shorter runs, we try to run one piece all the way through, one piece all the way through, all the way through. The only sections you should have brakes are on the longer runs like this. Gets a little hotter up here where we're working, so I'm gonna start at 6 in the morning tomorrow, get an early jump on some layout throughout here. This project's gonna be a little bit different than most. Whereas we'd normally have a crane come out separate from the truss company and help us set all the trusses, the truss manufacturer we're using on this project actually manufactures, brings them out with a crane. They don't set each individual like we like to, but they will put them up on the roof for us. So we'll sheet our gables, stick those up, and then in packages drop the rest of them. That does mean we have to roll the roof out ourselves, and it's got a fairly large span. We're something like 32 feet front to back, but it's gonna go good. Like I told you guys earlier, this project is what we call a banger. Nice and easy, fun build. Typically when it's hot out like this, we do 6 o'clock to 2 o'clock, get our full day in and get out of here. If you guys are interested in any of the tools that we're using, the plate markers that we've got, any of the tools in my bags, literally everything's listed in the description down below, from the saw, the gun, the hand tools, and more. Go check that out. Day 1, good progress out here. We'll see you guys back here for day 2.